Good afternoon, and welcome back to another episode of A Journey into the Mind with Francis Mahan. I am your host, and today we are going to be talking about something that is very, very updated and changing, transitioning as we speak. And it is transitioning because we as human beings are changing. And with our changes come different requirements and different ethics and moral values. We are going to talk about dating in today's world, dating in an era where communication is becoming a little bit limited. Why is that? As I said in my book, Artificial Intelligence and the Future of Us, that the future of dating is about to change. It is about to change because information and communication is narrowing down to texting, computer, social media, and other means by which the vision is being enhanced through images. Did you know that today, unlike in the past, there are people that do not date for a year and a half, two, sometimes three? What is happening in today's society that is making it so difficult for people to communicate, to connect, to have feelings, emotions, and express themselves in a way that is open, sincere, authentic, and able to let the opposite party know what is it that they're looking for? Are we becoming more inhibited in our ways, or are we simply becoming less sociable and less able to communicate with each other? Let's bring up the fact that today, instead of dating, there is something called hooking up, meaning you get together once in a while, whenever you meet somebody and you hook up for the night. Or you're simply that person that they call on a once in a while basis to have some emotional or physical contact, which today we refer to as a booty call, and excuse my French. Then you have the attitude of those who are sociable, like to go out, have a good time, and not be committed into a relationship because there is so much abundance of choices that people have become very, very picky at wanting to know what is it that they want. You also have the category of individual, whether it is men or women, that prefer to just have a good time and enjoy their life. They don't want commitment and they will let you know and make it clear to you. Now, my question is why? If you as a person know that someone does not want to be committed, that they're not the relationship type, they just want somebody to be around for company because they either feel lonely or they're not a committing type. They're your typical bachelor or bachelorette and they don't want engagement. Why would you, as an individual who is looking for the opposite, be involved or engaged in such a relationship? We need to learn to make our choices, to differentiate, to set our rules and regulation as to what is it that we're looking for. Which brings me to the question as to why do men or women lie? Let's say, for example, you went out on a date with someone and he called you and you guys got together. You went out to the theater or dinner or just to a party. Then you went out for the second time, but you don't have a relationship. You just out twice. All of a sudden, he or she stopped calling you. You don't hear from them. You thought you had something in common. You thought you got along very well. And you thought there was a possibility for you to get to know each other. A month passes by and you hear from this person once again. You are kind of annoyed. You're not very happy to hear because you haven't heard from this person who totally disappeared from your presence. And you wonder why. Well, guess what? Not only did that person had a woman in his life, but he was dating somebody else at the same time that he was dating you. Now you ask yourself, why can men be honest? Why do they lie? And it comes to the simple reason that perhaps, number one, he liked you and didn't want to hurt you and tell you the truth. Number two, he didn't want to embarrass himself in front of you to let you know that he was dating someone else, not to have the feedback that you were going to give him to ask him, why would you involve yourself into a relationship if you already have a woman in your life? He didn't want to be embarrassed, to be ridiculed, and not to be understood. On the other hand, there is the saying that if you are the type of person who can listen, understand, and be able to take the fact that someone is being honest to you, then perhaps he might have been able to relate to you what is going on. But that brings a question to the reality. If you are dating somebody else, why are you dating another person? If you already have a serious relationship with somebody else and you're dating, then why did you go out and date another woman? In essence, the truth is, if you become that woman who understands everything and allowed him to get away with it and accept the fact that he's doing what he's doing, you had just become a doormat. Yes, a doormat. You are there in the presence to understand what he's doing, perhaps not even complain, and allowed him to get away with it. You don't. No, you don't. Let me give you a hint. When you go on a date the first time, pay attention to the conversation. Ask questions. You will get to know so much about that person because the truth is, when you meet someone, you're wide open. You are more willing to express yourself, to be honest, and not to lie, and to let the other person know what is it that you're looking for. Therefore, ask questions. Find out what kind of relationship this person wants. Are they in a relationship? How tight is it? Normally, whether it is a man or a woman, they are going to lie to you about the fact that, oh no, I'm not in a relationship, or that was my ex girlfriend, but they're still dating that person. And you know that through your gut feelings. If you're not the type of person who is spending most of the time with someone you're dating and you go out on a date once or twice and you don't hear from them, then obviously you're not his priority. You know that. And by that means disintegrate, go away, stay away from that because the end results will be the same. Nothing is going to change. You will simply be that person who they call whenever they want to, and you will become a doormat or simply what they call a booty call. When he needs you, he'll call you. Otherwise, do not call me. That is not such a good feeling. Nobody wants to be feel like they're not wanted, especially in a relationship, unless you two agree with the same purpose and common sense that that is what you're looking for. So, even though you are dating someone and you have something in common and you share emotional feelings and you two are very compatible, does not mean that you are dating. You are dating if you are seeing somebody on a frequent basis, you have a lot in common, you have similar purposes for dating, and you have the same intentions. It is all about the intention. That is what you have to look for in a relationship or when you begin to date someone that you don't know or do not know their reasons for dating. Find out what is their purpose for dating you, what are their intentions, what are they looking for in a relationship, or what type of person, what are their values, what are their rules. All of those questions have to come up front, or simply pay attention on the first and second date about what this person is saying to you. Because in a mere conversation, you can find out a lot about an individual and know precisely what kind of relationship they're looking for, or if they are the relationship type or not. Listen, pay attention, and ask questions, and know their intentions and their purpose for dating you. It's been a pleasure as usual. This is Francis Mahan from A Journey into the Mind. Have a wonderful week. Love and light.